guys, what's up? I've finally found the perfect method to create a PNG formatted file for whatever you need to use it for. I created one the other day with a drone, a Mavic Pro, to slap on a photo that I got whilst I was flying it in Brisbane for the profile picture of my new Instagram account, I'm Ready to Drone, which I'll leave the link in the description down below. Anyway, I spent hours on YouTube trying to find a video that would simply explain this to me, but everyone sort of seems to beat around the bush and doesn't get straight to the point. I have created a little page on notes on my laptop explaining a very simple 5 bullet point step process for you guys to create a PNG formatted file on Adobe Photoshop. So this is a video about how I do it, cutting straight to the point, no waffle, nothing, getting straight to the point on how to create a PNG formatted file. Now onto the laptop. I have 2 photos to do with you guys today. I have the DJI Mavic boxing. I used this in one of my most recent videos, Amazon unboxing video. So what we're going to do is we're going to open with Adobe Photoshop 2018. So to create a PNG transparent image is to select this quick selection tool here. There is the add selection and subtract from selection. The way we're going to do this is we're going to add selection, increase the size to around about 33, 30, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But what we want to do is we want to select the imagery around the subject, which is the Mavic Pro unboxed drone. So we select everything around it, zoom in, make sure that everything is as it is. For example, down here, there's a bit of the boxing that has been used in the added selection, so what we need to do is we need to take that away. But because it's a lot more detailed, there's a lot more close-up stuff, we need to decrease the size, click the subtract from selection tool and take it and sort it out, take it all away. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if you can get it perfect, then that's better. So we just go around all the edges, check that there's parts of the boxing that isn't selected and therefore taken away in the final result of the image, so that wouldn't look too good down here. It's a bit too much, so we're going to reduce the size down to about 5. We just need to run it over. There you go, perfect, look at that. Check around all the edges, just make sure that everything is selected or deselected as it is. And you need to be quite careful as well, because sometimes it's quite cheeky. If there's something within the subject that's the same colour as the background that you've selected that you do not want, it will select it too. So there's nothing in the image around here that's selected, so that's good. From here we go select and mask, and this is just to double check that we've got every single part of the image that we want to keep deselected. It sounds contradicting, but that's the way I've found is the best way to do it, having watched hours of YouTube videos figuring out how to do it. So this is pretty crap, look at that. So view black and white, that's the best way to figure out how good it is. But what you can do is you can ramp up the smoothness. So what we can do, go back to marching ants, onion skin, on layers. Basically you use all of these viewing tools to check that you've selected the perfect amount of the unboxing. See, we've selected parts up here that are still white, but that's alright because the only thing that we don't want is the background, so that's fine. So we go back to marching ants, click OK, and what you want to do now is you want to add a mask. So we go down to the bottom section down here, click add a mask, and this little sign pops up. If it's white, it means that it's kept the parts that you've selected, i.e. the part that you don't want for this transparent PNG photo. So the way we need to get around that is Command and I, and it will invert it. So here we go, we have exactly what we set out to get. We have the Mavic Pro unboxed drone image there with the transparent background, and what you need to do now is you need to now go and save it as a PNG style format and save it into whatever folder you need. From here, just to double check that we've done it correctly, we're going to open up Final Cut Pro and put in the saved PNG formatted file. So here we go. That's the one, there you go, .png, this is .jpeg, so that's the one that I got off the internet. So we whack it in there. Okay. So as you can see, it's not 100% perfect, because if we zoom in and go all the way down here, you've got parts down here that were originally deselected, but you can therefore transform it, crop it, sorry, as to how you like that, perfect. All it does is just cut off the J on DJI. So if you're happy with that, go ahead. If not, go back, redo it. I have another slightly more complex photo for you guys. I did this also the other day for my, actually I'll show you. I did this the other day to create a profile picture for my Instagram account that's purely just drone stuff. So there you go. Looks like there's absolutely no defaults. That's because I took my time on it. About 45 minutes I took to create the area with the quick selection tool that I didn't want. So we're going to go into Photoshop. This is the little album I have for you guys, and this is the photo that we want to edit. So open up Photoshop again, zoom in, quick selection tool over on the left. We want to add selection. We want to increase the size just to select a larger area quicker. So this is a very simple thing. When you've got something like this where there's areas of white here and there like this, you can literally click on the areas as I've done here and it'll select a large amount very quickly, which is very ideal. So from here we zoom in, make sure that we've got every bit selected that we want and every bit deselected that we don't want. So as you can see up here, a part of the wing is selected and therefore will not show up in the transparent PNG photo by the end of it. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of it. But look, one click and it's selected the whole area because it recognizes the color. Same there. Another area here, down here, the arm of the drone, the leg of the drone, the arm of the drone, whatever you want to call it, has also been selected. So you can see there's no marching ants on the sides here, but there's marching ants here and here. So what we want to do is we want to run this down the arm, select every part of the drone, keep on going, and the same with the other side. So you just want to double check everything has been selected and deselected. Every single part of the drone has been deselected. So for example here, too much of the drone has been deselected. So when we put it into Final Cut Pro or whenever you use it for a profile picture like I have, this little bit of white will show up, which is not good. So because it is literally pixel by pixel, you want to go down to 1 pixel, and it's awfully small. Hopefully you can see it here, but we basically just run it along here, getting every single pixel that we want selected and every single pixel that we don't want selected. There you go, perfect. So from here, again, as I said before, we add a mask. And from here, we click Command and I. There you go, perfect. Select a mask, there you go, and black and white. But I'm pretty certain we've literally gone around every single straight line, every single edge, every single corner, and it's perfect. So back to marching ants, here we go, okay, and now remember to save it as a PNG formatted file, a PNG formatted file into my Photoshop. So I'm going to name it drone, save, okay. So what we had created in Photoshop definitely looked like a PNG photo with a transparent background. But just to double check that we've done it correctly, we're going to plug in the PNG formatted file into Final Cut Pro just to prove that it's been done correctly. Yeah, and perfect. As you can see, the background is black, all you have is the drone, which is exactly what we were aiming for. And you can play around with it, you can do whatever you want with it on Final Cut Pro, spin it around in circles, whatever you want. But there you are. So there you go, guys. I hope that explained it very simply for you. If it hasn't, let me know and I'll redo it. But that is my method as to how to create a PNG formatted file for whatever use it provides you. I've created a bunch of these PNG files for my Final Cut Pro edits. It can be used for anything. I hope that helped out. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.
I don't wanna dive in and miss me. Guess I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me.